Ryan Pensy here with your official Florida State versus NC State game preview. The Seminoles are back home again for the second straight week as they will host NC State Saturday at high noon here at Bobby Bowden Field at Doak Campbell Stadium. The Seminoles had a great second half performance from their running backs, including Jermaine Thomas and Devontae Freeman, who went over 100 yards for the second straight week. The Seminoles know it's much easier to run the football in the second half going into halftime with a lead.
It was very nice. I mean, once you hit them with the run, you can always come back with the play action, which helps us as a receiving corps. But, I mean, like I said, we'll get the job done blocking and catching the ball, so it doesn't really matter to us.
Run the football, red zone, goal line, short yardage, in the last 4 minutes of the game. And when you have leads and be able to control the clock and high percentage passing. And, I mean, we're just trying to get, eat clock, milk, getting manageable third downs, be able to work it. If we have big plays, we hit it.
Creates a mentality, a physical mentality, and I think it helps our defense kind of push starts those guys. They see us out there making plays and, putting our bodies out in harm and all that kind of stuff, not, really worried about it. I think that, bodes a lot of confidence for our whole team. And like Coach Fisher has said, earns respect.
It'll be key for the Florida State offense to keep an eye out for David Amerson, who leads the nation in interceptions. But it's also key to keep an eye out on the blitzing schemes that NC State employs. Defensive coordinator Mike Archer is known for his multiple blitz packages. It'll be imperative for multiple personnel to get in and block.
They do a lot of sand fire, a lot of will fire, and they blitz a lot on third down, but just kind of makes you stay focused. You just can't run out to your release into a flats or whatever route you have, and just got to make sure you know who you have to block. So it's a lot. You just got to pay attention.
Oh, yeah, because once you pick it up and once the game is over and you saw how well you done, you feel good about yourself. I think we take more pride in making sure we do protect our quarterback than us even carrying the ball. So once you get those little things out of the way, it makes it a lot easier for him, EJ, to sit back there and have enough time to throw.
With every blitz, that's kind of an alert for a big play. So if we can get the blocking down, that's something we'll definitely work, this week, getting those blocks down, the pass protection. And, if we have to side adjust, we'll do that as well. So the biggest thing is get the ball out my hands.
It'll be the first time in a long time that the Seminoles will face NC State without Russell Wilson at quarterback. He transferred to Wisconsin in the offseason. That means Mike Glennon is under center for Tom O'Brien. And O'Brien knows that he doesn't have the same luxuries that he had with Wilson in terms of a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, you're always concerned. I mean, you have to be concerned about your quarterback. You don't want him taking any hits, but sometimes it's not avoidable. I think he's shown a lot of toughness and a lot of resilience, and it's going to be that 49's a great pass rusher. They got 95 on the other side. They got a bunch of two big guys in the middle that we played last year. So these guys can bring a lot of pressure. I think they sacked Maryland 6 times and knocked one of their quarterbacks out of the game. So it's definitely a concern for us.
That's what we've been working on, and he's a great pocket passer, and he's a guy that run a pro-style offense. He can they can attack you with the run and no hard play action, and that's what we've been preparing for. And we look forward to, like I say, facing this challenge.
They're still going to run. They committed to the run, and they throw the ball very well. Glennon is not as mobile as Wilson, but he does throw the ball extremely well. And I recruited Glennon and saw Glennon very much in high school, and I liked him. He could really throw that football. And a big, strong, 6'5" guy gets it out of his hand. I think he's got 19 touchdowns on the year. And they got playmakers and speed outside. And they've always NC State's always got good skill, and they got a really good tight end. And they're a solid job up front.
Ryan Pensy now joined by Seminoles.com senior writer Brandon Meller. And Brandon, last week the Seminoles had a great turnout against the Maryland Terrapins. This week a noon game. You want to make sure that the Noles have a full house here at Doak Campbell Stadium, because this is an NC State team that went on the road last week and got a big victory over Virginia.
Yeah, I think most people think of NC State, at least FSU fans, and they remember the team that lost to Cincinnati on national TV on a Thursday night. Well, this team is very different from that team now. You're talking about a team who not only has David Amerson, like you mentioned before, but TJ Graham leads the nation, the entire nation he leads in total yards. He can return the ball. Terrific wide receiver. He's a guy they need to really watch out for. So this is a very good team that's coming into Doak Campbell Stadium on Saturday.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it looks like NC State is a team that is trying to bounce back after a slow start this year. You don't want to make too many correlations between Florida State and NC State, but the Seminoles went through a rough patch as well, and NC State is trying to right the ship and get bowl eligible.
Yeah, you're talking about two teams with identical overall records. Now, FSU has played one more ACC game than NC State, but 4-3 records both teams, and this is a team that really you see kind of finding their stride, and they had to really come back from losing Russell Wilson. That was a huge deal, obviously, we know that, but Mike Glennon's playing better. He has some ties to E.J. Manuel. They both know each other real well, so there's a lot on the line this weekend.
If you're the Seminole defense, you can go into this game with a lot different mindset than you would have maybe even last week against a mobile quarterback like C.J. Brown. I've got to think that they're going to key in and try and get Glennon on the ground early.
Yeah, Glennon can't move around very quickly. We know that. So this is on the defensive line to get pressure on him, make him, commit mistakes. He's a guy who he can sling the ball around if he has time to do so. So obviously it comes down to what those four guys up front can do. Can they put pressure on him? Can they force turnovers and do something that this team has not done well all year? And that is create turnovers, get the ball back for the offense, and get some momentum.
With this heavy blitzing scheme that Archer employs, what do you think that the Seminoles will do to try and counter that?
I think it all comes down to blocking. I mean, the running backs need to block well, and we've seen the last couple weeks they've really done a good job of that. Jermaine Thomas, Monte Freeman are really excellent blockers out of the backfield, and that offensive line finally seems like it has gelled really well, and the personnel that Florida State has used the last two games really looks good. So the pressure's on those guys to perform well, know their assignments, go out there and compete, and don't try to outthink themselves. Just go out there, do what they've practiced all week, and get that victory.
Make sure you tune into Seminoles.com in the postgame. You can read the entire recap from Brandon Miller, as well as watch all the videos and postgame reaction from the Seminole locker room. Seminoles and Wolfpack here at high noon. It's Parents Weekend. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, there are still a few available. You can go online right now to Seminoles.com. Just click the ticket button just above us here, or you can go to the Seminole ticket office directly, 1-888-FSU Knoll. It'll be an exciting game here at Doak Campbell Stadium this Saturday. It's supposed to be beautiful weather in the high 60s at kickoff. We'll see you here. For Seminoles.com, I'm Ryan Pensy.